Welcome back to the channel, Chicago Premier Attorney. Today we are breaking down something very important. The DUI arrest process in Illinois. Whether you're curious about the law, want to stay informed, or you're just studying criminal justice, this video will walk you through step by step what actually happens if someone is arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. And by the end, you will know exactly what to expect from the traffic stop to testing to what happens in court. Most DUI cases in Illinois start with a traffic stop. An officer can pull a driver over if they have reasonable suspicion to believe that a traffic violation has occurred or if they observed signs of impairment. Impairment may include swerving between lanes, driving too slow or too fast, failing to signal, or even being stopped at a roadside safety checkpoint. Once pulled over, the officer is watching closely your speech, your movements, even the smell of alcohol. They may ask questions like, "Have you had anything to drink tonight?" Remember, in Illinois, you don't have to answer potentially incriminating questions, but you must provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance. The officer suspects impairment. They may ask you to step out of the car for a field sobriety test. These include the walk and turn, one-leg stand, and the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, where the officer follows your eye movements with a stylus or a pen. Then comes the preliminary breath test, also known as PBT, often given at the roadside. This is a handheld breathalyzer that gives the officer an idea of your blood alcohol concentration, BAC. Important note, you can refuse the roadside test, but refusal will likely lead to an arrest anyways, and it can still affect your driving privileges. If the officer has probable cause to believe you're under the influence, you will be placed under arrest. At this point, you will be handcuffed, read your rights, and transported to the police station. At the station, you usually will be asked to take a chemical test. This could be a breath, blood, or urine test. Under Illinois implied consent law, refusing this test carries automatic penalties, a 1-year driver license suspension for first-time offenders, and longer for repeat offenders. If you take the test and blow over the legal limit of .08, your license is still subject to suspension. After testing, you will go through the booking process. Fingerprints, mugshot, and paperwork. Depending on the circumstances, you may be held in jail until you're sober, or you might be released on your own recognizance. If your license is suspended, you may qualify for a monitoring device driving permit, which requires installing a breath alcohol ignition interlock device. This allows some drivers to continue driving legally during the suspension period, but only under strict monitoring. Next comes court process. Your first appearance is usually an arraignment, where the charges are read and you enter a plea. Then your case moves through the pretrial hearings, motions, and possibly a trial. Penalties for DUI in Illinois depend on the case. First offense is typically a Class A misdemeanor, with up to 1 year in jail, fines up to $2,500, and license suspension. Repeat offenses, high BAC, or driving with a child passenger can increase penalties dramatically, sometimes even leading to felony charges. A DUI arrest is more than just court dates and fines. It can affect employment opportunities, car insurance rates, and your driving record. Some employees do background checks, and having a DUI can make job hunting harder. Illinois also requires DUI offenders to complete alcohol education or treatment programs before driving privileges are restored. These consequences can last for years, even for the first-time offense. So to recap, a DUI arrest in Illinois usually follows this path: traffic stop, field sobriety test, arrest, chemical testing, booking, and finally court. The process is serious, the penalties are strict, and the consequences can last a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more legal explainers, and drop a comment if there is another topic you want us to cover. Stay safe, and remember, the best way to avoid a DUI is simple: don't drink and drive.